I got happy that I figured out what was going on with the mic because I guess apparently I wasn't connecting the mic to the camera like fully. And so now I figured it out, which I'm kind of glad because now, because when I would listen to some clips, I'm like, wait, why isn't the mic connected? That's weird. I don't get it. But now I figured out what it is. So I'm glad because then that won't happen again. But now I'm looking that I didn't charge this mic. Oh my gosh, it's like I should know by now. I should already know to charge them all the time and not just be like, nah, they'll be fine for the next workout. But it's okay. It's okay. But it honestly reminds me of like when you get injured and you hate the injuries that you don't know how it even happened. Because at least the ones you do know how it happened, it's like, okay, well, I know that, I won't do that again, or I'll watch out for that so it won't happen again and stuff like that. Because, yeah, that's the scary part when you don't know why it happened. So now that we do, I think it's gonna be fine. I'll have to just check it. It's like those little things you have to tell yourself before a lift, and then eventually it just becomes like second nature because you already know all those little cues that you do. So that's what's been going on with recording for me. Still learning, still figuring out all that little stuff, but not giving up, just keeping like a positive mindset towards it and stuff. But we're gonna be hitting hamstrings and glutes today, and I'm wanting to try what's it called, the Bulgarians with a barbell. We'll see how it feels. I think it'll be fine. I've tried it before and it worked because I was more worried about my balance, but it actually felt more balanced using a barbell. So we're gonna try it today. I want to try it today. So we'll do that together and see how that goes. And yeah, I think that's the only thing I want to try. I think I do want to use that hyper hip extension machine instead of RDLs, and because I liked it the second time we did it. So I want to do that too. But, a lot of these things have to do with if it's open and if it's not, then, we just kind of have to improvise. But if you guys are, wanting to like get in the gym and stuff, figure out what works best for you. If having a plan, helps you because you're not like so stressed about what to do in the gym, then do that. But if that also stresses you out, then at least get to the gym and then mess around with some machines, I don't know, or even like ask a buddy or a friend and then figure out what kind of like style you like doing. But, figure out what you like, because that's what's going to make you, get in there and do something. And it's okay if, like if you're like me and like I overthink like a lot, I've been realizing I should write things down. I need to write things down to get things done instead of overthinking things, but it depends what it is. So if that's like the gym, write it down. Write down what you want to get done in the gym. And then after that, feel good that you did what you wanted to do and not put so much pressure on yourself, because I think that's where like the overthinking goes in, And instead you can just be objective, like, no, I told myself I just want to do this and I did it. And, I'm glad about that. So if that's, something that you need a reminder, because I didn't used to do that, and someone like pointed out to me like, well, why don't you write a list and then get those things done and then feel good that, okay, you're done. And then you can mentally stop thinking about it. And I never really even thought about doing that. And so, I thought that was really like something I wanted to try. And I liked doing that because I did see me actually getting things done, So yeah, like just something to try. If you do find yourself overthinking a lot, make a list, write things down and then cross them out, and you'll realize you're actually getting more done instead of like, overthinking. But we'll go ahead and get in there, and yeah, let's hope the mic lasts the whole workout. We might be lucky. Let's get in there. Doing them with my body back like this, I like it way better. But, that's why it's nice to give things a try, do it for a while, and then give it like a true judgment call. But yeah, it just feels way nicer for me. And yeah, I just like it. I like it. I don't know, but not all the machines are the same. There's one next to us, but it's kind of broken. It is more upright, and that one's like perfect. But I'm not gonna worry about it. But this is going to be the second working set. Okay, we'll go ahead and do another one. We're gonna do 3 sets. So 3 sets here, then 3 sets on the hip extension machine if it's open. But huh, yeah, this got me tired. But no, those feel really good. Yeah, just mess around. Those little things do make a difference. But you make that judgment, you know. Like also too, there's people that are, you know, sometimes a little too small for a machine or too big for a machine, and it feels way different, you know, depending on the size you are too. But I feel like you guys know when something feels off, like that off. Sometimes even I get confused because you guys know, you guys probably hear me. I don't know if you remember, but like I always do say like I'm going to do 2 sets or 3 sets. And so sometimes even I get confused because, you know, I'll do that 3rd set if I feel like 1 set didn't feel to how I wanted it to feel, you know, and it's like me making that like decision. That's why it's just like, I don't know. I guess I'm saying like I don't go for like, okay, I have to do these many reps, these many sets, and then this, and this, and be done. I also put my body into account, like how my body performed on that set, how it performed on those reps. And then I make that decision like, okay, like, you know what, we'll do that 1 more set and stuff like that. But like, you know, that's why I'm just like, you have to like get comfortable with knowing your body and seeing like, that first set wasn't really, you know, or if you did try to put more weight and actually you weren't able to do that much reps because it was heavier and you're just like, wow, like I was only able to do like, you know, 2 to 3 reps, which are fine. Those are solid reps. But, you know, you want that extra, like those extra 2 to 3 more. So you're just like, you know what, I'll just do another set. You know, that set was still good, but I'm gonna do 1 more set. You know, and just having those little things in mind. But that's how I go about it. So sometimes I'm just like, I don't know if I'm like contradicting myself because I'm like, oh, we're gonna do 2 sets of this, or we're gonna do 3 sets of this. But like that's why those other factors come into play when I'm thinking about my lifts too. But this will be the last one. Okay, I liked those sets, so we're gonna move on to the next one. The machine's not open, so we might do the RDLs unless I get lucky. But you know, I'll clean the machine up and then see what happens. Okay, so I want to be doing more weight on this because the 50s are not that crazy. Ideally, it'd be nice if we could get a barbell and do it with a barbell, but the floor is not meant for that. I wish I could ask them to move it, like move this thing, you know, because then, you know, people are missing out. It feels so much nicer. Or at least I haven't tried it, but I've seen it, and yeah, it looks like it would be better. Then again, yeah, no, I would want to try it. And I probably wouldn't be the only one that would want to try it. So, but we have the dumbbells. I'm debating if I want to do it single-legged, you know, that way to make it harder. Because it's not crazy hard, because it's not that crazy weight. I don't know, maybe I'll try it for the next set, but we're going to do a set. We're going to just do it super controlled, you know, and do it for this set. Yeah. For the next set, we'll try it single-legged. I've done it before. I can't remember how I liked it. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it out. It's probably the best move we can do right now. Okay, so found some 35s, so it'll be 70 pounds instead of 50. Maybe that'll make it a little harder. I did try the single-legged. I don't know, it felt off to me. So just didn't think it was worth it. Nah, I was probably not doing it. I don't know, it just felt off to me. I like this, my other leg, the one that's not, you know, working, felt just awkwardly, didn't know where to put it. But I don't know, doesn't mean it's not good. I just didn't want to continue with it. So we're gonna just do these and hopefully these make it a good set. I was debating even going to just doing RDLs, you know, because I don't want this just to be like fluff work. I want it to like really, you know, burn. I want it to, you know, make it count. So anyways, let's just go ahead and try it. I was like pausing and stuff because my right hamstring was like on fire, but my left is not as much, you know, and I'm not surprised because this is like the side that's a little like wonky. Because even when I used to do squats, I noticed my body would actually lean more to my right side. And, you know, and that's why this one would feel really messed up. So when I do machines, it's easier for me to be in control and not, you know, question if I'm like, you know, tilted this way, especially since we don't have mirrors. That's another like guessing game for me, because at least maybe you can look at yourself. But anyway, so I was feeling it. So I was trying to figure out what was going on. So kind of like adjusting myself. But yeah, see, like with this, it's not as scary to do that. I mean, if I was doing RDLs, that's why even with RDLs, I have to like make sure everything's equal. And yeah, that's why I really want to stay with these and use a barbell. So like, you know, I'm able to really use the weight that my body can do. So maybe I'll have to talk to someone, see if that's possible. You know, they're not utilizing this as good as they should or can. So I don't know, I'm kind of bummed with that, you know, last lift because I don't know if I, you know, killed the hamstrings and, you know, but I already did like so many sets of it. I didn't want to like just fatigue myself. So if anything, we're just gonna take that and learn it for the next lift. And if, you know, we're not able to use a barbell for that, then we're just probably gonna stick with RDLs. But I'm hoping, I don't see why not. I don't see why we can't move it. You know, just my thoughts, just because, yeah, I'm like, well, my hamstrings do feel kind of like, you know, of course, like I worked them, but I don't know if it's like I killed them because now we're going to be focusing on the glutes. We did hamstring movements, and now it's glutes. But I don't know, just I guess take note for the next time we do hamstrings and glutes. So two more of that. We're gonna keep it that 8 felt good. Funny, I feel like I'm forgetting an exercise, but I'm like adding up the sets and I'm like, no, we're doing 6 sets for each muscle group. But it feels like I'm forgetting something. Maybe because I'm used to doing full lower body and, you know, pretty recently divided lower body. And so maybe that's why it's just getting used to that. But, you know, I'm glad that we did. I've been enjoying that more. Ooh, that's tricky. Machine's too tricky to re-rack. Okay. We just have one more, and oh, just a side note. I know when you're doing these, you might feel them on your hamstrings. You might find that happy medium because if it's your feet or too close to your body, you will feel them on your. Or is it when it's further? I don't know because I just feel on my glutes. But I know some people feel it in their hamstrings. But remember, just because you feel something in a certain when you're doing a lift doesn't mean you're actually working that muscle because we're not working our hamstrings when we're doing this at all. The movement for that isn't this. But yeah, make sure that you feel it more in your glutes. So maybe place your feet in a certain way that you do feel it on that. But who knows, maybe your hamstrings are just working up to that weight that your glutes are at. And it's going to be hard for it and it's going to feel it. But anyways, just know the movements you need for that muscle group. And don't go by, oh, that hurts this muscle, so that means it's working it. That's not always the case at all. Okay, so I warmed up already with like the bar and added some weight. We're gonna just use this weight. I mean, it's 5 less pounds than what we usually do, but I think that's fine because it's technically me just getting also used to how it feels. Well, you know what? I like it because I know that I can progress easily because it wasn't as crazy when I'm like holding the dumbbells and my forearms are giving out before my legs do, you know, or giving out first. Anyways, we'll go ahead and do a set. You know, and I'm still figuring it out, how I want to, you know, do it. Because I was even debating if I wanted the plate because that it's going to be a little more tricky with the bar on my back. But I really like that extra little bit of range of motion I get with it. So we're keeping it on, and that's why the weight's not as crazy either. So. Hope I didn't scare you guys. You know, losing my balance and stuff. We lose our balance with the barbell. I mean the dumbbells too, but these probably look a little scarier. It's just, I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna think about if I do want to keep it doing this way. Just like I can't keep progressing with the dumbbells getting heavier, but I know I can with this. Just, I don't know. It's the dilemma for today. Okay. But see, when I'm using the barbell, I do rest for sure. And then Then we'll do the other leg. It's very wobbly. Kind of want to go back to the dumbbells. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, sometimes you have to give it a second try because you can't judge it sometimes the first time, but I don't know. I might have to just think about this one. I might just use the dumbbells, you guys. I don't know if I'm not happy about it actually, but because you can tell I'm not as crazy winded because it's like carrying those things are heavy, you know? And it's me like focusing on that more than actually doing the movement. And so I don't like it for that reason. But then this one, be a little, I don't know. I don't know, yeah. And maybe in the long run, if I do this one, since it's not a stick, you know what? I don't know, just confused. Something I'm gonna have to think about. Okay, so I am open to suggestions just because I just love how these feel because I do these for glutes and just love how they make glutes feel. And I just can't let these go. But progress wise, I won't be able to really progress in this. And I'm noticing now too, 50s is the highest they go in the dumbbells over here. We have other dumbbells, but it's like literally across the gym. So, you know, I don't know, just all that stuff I have to take into account. And I mean, yeah, we can add more weight with the barbell, but it's a little more riskier, you know? I don't know. Oh, I don't know why I barely thought of this. Why don't I do this with the Smith machine? Okay, well, maybe that's what I'll do next time. We'll try with the Smith machine. I don't know, why did man, the Smith machine has been a staple or something through this whole thing. Because, you know, safer and we can progress in it. Okay, well, I think if you have other, you know, suggestions, let me know. But that's why it helps talking out loud. I just thought of. Okay. Anyways, let's go. Okay. Uh, let's rest. I don't know. I think I was able to actually do that for 10 reps. But we just stick with 9. Maybe I'll do it for the last set. And it's funny when I'm using dumbbells, maybe I just give myself less credit because I'm just like, nah, just keep going, do the next leg. But when I'm using the barbell, I'm like, okay, rack it, you can rest. So it's just like funny how that wasn't automatic for me. And the dumbbells, I was questioning, wait, should I rest between the legs? But, you know, eventually you figure that stuff out. Yeah. Okay. Who knows, maybe these aren't as, or it doesn't feel as crazy because, well, me first, like maybe I am getting stronger, but I'm telling you, whenever I use the dumbbells, it fatigues me so much and it takes away from the lift. So I'm curious to see how I feel for the next set because my forearms don't feel as fatigued. And who knows, like I tell you guys too, just like holding on to it because I'm scared to go does, you know, make me hold them longer. So just kind of like, okay, just go. Okay. We'll do one more and that's it. Yeah. For the last one, we'll do a drop set. And we'll try for the 10 reps in the beginning. But yeah, we'll after we're done working out, I'll talk more about my preference with rep ranges and why and all that stuff. Because I know some of you guys were still like asking about that. So we'll talk about it after this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh man, you guys, I forgot to get whatever. Let's go. Forgot to get the 25s because you know how having, or at least for me, having that much weight, it's really makes me wobble. But I think I got used to it. It wasn't as bad as it's the first time. Okay. One more. I was gonna say one more foot, one more leg. Oh. Oh God. Okay, we're done. So me finishing up on the Bulgarians, I could already tell, like maybe using that weight maybe 1 or 2 more times, and then probably having to like higher the weight because it's not as intense as it was before, and that's normal when you're, using weight. You're eventually going to get stronger and add more weight to make it just as intense, because like I told you too, it's like your body doesn't know the weight you're carrying, it just knows how hard it is. So me knowing it wasn't that hard, and who knows, maybe my grip is getting used to carrying that weight and it's not as intense because I was like tired from holding on to the weight and because doing that exercise. So like, many factors. That's why I try not to like add weight until I know for sure. I'm like, nah, like this isn't as intense. I'm gonna like add the weight. So it's just getting there. It's getting there. And so that's why I'm just like, okay, we're definitely gonna try the Smith machine. I'm excited now because yeah, I was like, what could I do that I can, progress in weight, but for it to be safe and all that stuff. So the only sad part is the Smith machines are not always available. So I will just have to make sure I'm lucky. I don't know, just hope, I guess. But yeah, I guess that's the only downfall. Um, But anyways, I was gonna talk about the reps and sets and all that stuff because I know some people think that I do a more lower rep range, and so I guess it just depends what you're comparing it to. But the way I see it is we're doing like 8 reps for like 6 sets for that muscle group, and that's like 50 or something reps. And if you see how I'm working out, those 50 reps that we're doing, they're hard. They're not like a warm up. They're not like, let me just do these numbers just because, or I don't know how you want to look at it, but they're like solid reps, and I've talked about this before. Like I don't do more than I need to because it's not necessary, or at least I'm seeing what works for me. And I don't you know, I feel like the amount I'm doing is enough for me, that my body is giving me, like, it's showing me the progress I want. And, you know, I don't want to be going into a workout thinking, okay, we're going to do, you know, let's say, like, you know, the leg press. We're going to do 4 sets of this, you know, or who knows, 6. I don't know how much people do. Let's just say 4. You know, if I'm doing 4 sets with that intensity, I feel like it's easier to be like, I'll just be that intense at the last set. You know, the 3 sets, you know, they'll be okay. But that last set, I'll make it super intense, you know, and I don't know, just kind of like psyching yourself out because you have so much, instead of being like, you know what, I just have this many, I got to make these count, you know, and then always having that mindset of making everything count, you know, with everything you do, not just being like, I'll make it count when I want it to count. Like, no, you're here, you're going to put the work and you're going to make it count, you know, and I don't know, like, I like seeing it that way. I don't like feeling like, oh, I'm just gonna do it the next set, or maybe the next lift, you know, like, oh, I still have you know, this, so I'll push myself on that, or, you know, I have so many of this. Like, I don't know, I guess I'm saying is like, we can add more sets, but I don't know, I feel like there'll be like fluff sets. So that's why too, I tell you guys too, like, if I like doing up to 8 reps, and sometimes it's 4. I don't like doing any less than that, but, you know, sometimes it's 4 because I add weight, because I feel like I'll give it 10. I'll do 10 reps sometimes, but then I feel any more than that, I feel like I'm just doing like cardio work, you know, not really, I don't know, like, do you know what I mean? So it's just like, if I'm going to be doing that many reps of that weight, is that really my true weight? Maybe, you know, it's just like, I should probably add more weight, you know, because I'm not going to be doing 20 reps of something. Like, that's even too much for a warm-up, you know. You shouldn't be doing that much. You're going to fatigue that muscle. But you know what, like, it's just something I'm experimenting with, or at least trying and seeing like how I like it, and I like it. Obviously I feel like you have to try what works for you and what, you know, your mindset is going to do better, you know, working out with. Because, you know, some people, you know, you want to see, you know, progress with something, but maybe it's not them doing a certain way because someone else does a certain way, doesn't mean like it'll really, you know, help them stay doing it consistently. Do you know what I mean? Like, I guess I'm saying, at the end of the day, find what you like, what works for you, what you know is going to push you, and for you to see the progress you want. So yeah, I hope that explains like why I do the reps and sets that I do, you know, I guess, because I guess I don't know what you guys are comparing it to either. So I'm not really sure if, you know, maybe I'm doing too little or too much. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. So I guess it's more like, this is how I've been training and been seeing really great progress. So, you know, I'm gonna keep going with this. And then, you know, sometimes things do change and people change up their workouts, and realizing, I don't know, new things. And, you know, I was realizing that I was, I guess, working out to, oh, what would I say? More than I had to for my muscle groups, that I ended up just really fatiguing that muscle, and it wasn't progressing. I was like at a plateau. It was going nowhere. So I feel like should also keep that in mind. If you're feeling like you're at a plateau, it's not going anywhere, then maybe, yeah, maybe you need to consider how you're training, and if that's something that you need to, like, you know, switch up or try something new. And then I feel like the results will speak for themselves, you know, because if someone told me, like, you're training wrong, even though you're seeing progress, even though you're getting stronger, even though your muscles are like, I mean, like, wait, so what's wrong with that again? You know, like, you know, the progress will speak for itself. And, you know, I'm not mad about it. Like, if, you know, like, I guess if someone thinks a certain way, but if you're seeing results, like, you know, hey, like, that's good that you found what's been working for you. I don't feel like anyone can really, like, fight that, because they're, you know, like, if you're seeing progress, everything feels great. Because like I told you guys before, I feel like the way I used to train, like, I would feel so achy, like my joints would be not good. Like, I just would, like, I felt like torn up. and then yeah, I couldn't progress because my body wasn't like resting enough, or wasn't, like I feel like I was just overtraining it. And that's not always like the smart way, So I guess that's why I'm like, everyone's different. Some people can do like the most and be fine, and that's fine. But I feel like you need to like see what works for you. And that's what I've been doing. And I've been liking it, this rep range, set wise or whatever. And it might, I don't know, we'll see where it goes, but that's I guess the little explanation of how it is, or how I've been doing it. And yeah, I mean, if you guys have any more questions, just ask me. I feel like I do get to all the questions, or comments and stuff. And yeah, besides all that, I mean, I'm glad the mic actually stayed good. See, I have a lot of faith in these mics. They actually last a long time. But other than that, I feel like today was a really good workout. Like, yeah, I don't have too much complaints. I mean, I guess the way I always think is like, okay, what can I improve for the next time? And that's what I'm always like trying to do, and stuff. And then also seeing what I liked. So I guess we'll be trying the Smith machine if it's open next time. And then still, I guess, like I said to you, I'm still debating about the RDLs and the hyperextension machine, because I like them for both different reasons. I like that I can really overload, with RDLs, but I really can't do that with the hip extension, or the machine. I think that's what it's called. So it's just like those little things you have to like consider and really be like, So it's just side notes I'm thinking about, and what I'm thinking will help me long term and all that stuff. But yeah, I guess we'll just end it there. Excited. We'll be training back tomorrow, and triceps. Yeah. And other than that, I feel like the weather is going to start getting hotter. Today was like the last rainy day, and I think it'll be getting like summertime. That's how it is. It's like dramatic here. So yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you guys being, I guess I'm saying like no one really even like complained about the audio being really bad in the last video, which, thanks guys. I'm glad that you just got the most of what you can from it. I guess you could still like kind of hear me, which I was hoping, because some of you answered some of the things I was talking about when the audio was kind of like really bad. So thanks guys for being patient with me, because you guys already know like this is still a learning process for me, and I'm trying to be, I'm trying to learn from it too. And so if I do mess up, I try to learn from that mistake, and then, just so that way it can just be easier and for both of us. So yeah, I'll see you guys for the next one. Have a good workout, you guys. I know some of you, most of you, head to the gym after this. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good workout.